Yaakov hears that Aysav is coming to greet him with 400 men armed to the teeth. Vayira Yaakov. Yaakov was afraid because he realized either way there were going to be grave consequences. What Yaakov did was he prepared a mincha, a gift, and he sent out an elaborate, very, very generous gift to Aysav. And he sent out each messenger with a specific message to say the words that I sent this out limso chen be'einecha, to find favor in your eyes. And the Sforno explains what those words mean. The Sforno explains that what Yaakov was saying was, I've sent you images, I've sent you demonstrations of my wealth because I'm certain that you'll be overjoyed to hear that I've accomplished much, that I've grown, that I enjoy tremendous wealth and prosperity. I've sent you but a portion of it because I know that you'll be very happy to know that I've become quite wealthy during this time period. And this Sforno is very difficult to understand because nothing could be further from the truth. Aysav hated Yaakov. Aysav was jealous of Yaakov. The first thing that Yaakov should do is downplay any of his success. If in fact he acquired wealth, if in fact he now has tzon ubakar, he has much cattle and sheep, he should keep that quiet because surely Aysav will detest him for it. Aysav's not going to be happy that Yaakov's wealthy. Aysav is going to be jealous and hate him. Why then does Yaakov say the exact opposite? I'm sure that you'll be glad and pleased that I've become wealthy. And I believe the answer to the Sforno is that Yaakov was doing something very wise in human nature. He was imputing the attribute. He was crediting the person with a certain attribute, because when you credit a person with that strength, with that trait, they tend to live up to exactly that. As a high school Rebbe, I had two rules that I was taught. A Rebbe has to know very, very, very well the Gemara so he could give it over clearly, and a Rebbe has to learn to believe in his Talmidim. Because one of the keys to success as a mentor, as a teacher, is when you believe in your students, they pick it up, they understand that, and they tend to live up to your expectations. We human beings are a bit of a curious lot. What people expect of us, we often live up to. And when you expect greatness from a person, they'll reach up to it. When you expect whatever from them, they tend to live up to exactly what you expect from them. What Yaakov was saying to Aysav is, of course I assume that you want only my best. Of course I assume because we're dear brothers and you love me so that you only want my success. He was imputing that attribute to Aysav, and on some level it was effective. The lesson to us in this is a lesson in people smarts. As a spouse, as a parent, as an employer, you have to recognize that you deal with other people. When we deal with other people, what we expect from them, they will oftentimes deliver. And what that means is, if I tend to find fault, if I tend to find people doing what's wrong, and more than that, if I look at my children and I find them as irresponsible and lazy, or if I look at my spouse and have the attitude and convey the attitude of why are you always late, what I'm doing is hugely counterproductive, because I've created an expectation, I've created an image that I view you this way, and typically people live up to exactly what we impute in them. Understanding human nature and understanding the ability to believe in another person, the ability to see their strengths and their qualities, that's what Yaakov was doing in Aysav. It worked on some level there, and it's something that's integral for all of our relationships.